And it's Monday, y'all, and I hope everybody had a great weekend. It's Monday, and we're playing on Monday. I'm excited. But hey, listen, follow us on Spotify, YouTube. We love the audience. We want to bring some more people on. But speaking of bringing people on, my main man, Jersey Fred, is brought to us by Comfort Plus Heating and Cooling. Jersey Fred, what is popping, my brother?
Oh man, crazy weekend, huh? In sports, and we still have and the last week of baseball. I'm sure we'll talk about that.
Not yet. Hold on. But I wanted to share a vid with you, Fred, because we're excited here in Detroit. We're excited. This is how excited we are.
Detroit Lions. Yeah, we're going up. No, not lying. Detroit Lions. Yeah, we're going up.
We going up, Fred.
Dude, is that you?
It's not me. Hey, listen, if anybody knows who this guy is, somebody sent it to me over the weekend. I said, I got to have it on the pod. Fred's going to love it. And let's get him on. Bring him on
track
the pod.
this guy?
Talk about it.
Can we please track this guy down?
Done. We know one of our listeners is definitely a fan of this guy, or he probably is, Fred. He probably is a listener. And then, he secretly put that in my inbox so we can throw it up there. But the Detroit Lions, brother, it's Monday. And we're playing tonight. But before we get into football, Fred, I know I sent you the notes. You saw the headline of the show. I called it The Art of Blowing a Lead, the Detroit edition. 14 games up in the division.
Yes, sir.
I thought I saw a stat that said it would be the largest blown lead in the MLB history since like the Brooklyn Dodgers, maybe?
Well, yeah,
like
and the Boston Massacre in 78, I think it was.
I did
was
see
close.
that as well. So when I looked it up, I did see the 78 Boston, but on TV, I saw something about the Brooklyn Dodgers.
Yeah.
But everything I saw online, you're right, 78 Boston Red Sox.
Boston Massacre.
That's
what it's called. Yes, yeah. The Boston Massacre.
That was before Nolan was born, so he probably doesn't even remember that.
No, and I was just a child, a baby at the time. Right. So, but yes, I used to look it up a lot as a kid. About, I think they might have been around 14 games.
Okay,
around, but in August.
So we have to win. I put this down. We have to win 4 of the next 6 games. 2 of them have to be against Cleveland.
I mean, not necessarily.
We do. I guess it what's the word I'm going to control our own destiny.
I mean, technically, you control your own destiny right now.
We did this weekend too,
right? So you're one up. Problem with Detroit is they lose the tiebreaker with Cleveland, so you can't tie. So you have to win by a game, just like you are now. But I mean, yeah, you could do all the numbers, like there's 6 games left. If you go 4-2 and they go 5-1, it's like, but that can't happen because you can't go 4-2 and they go 5-1 because you play each other.
Right.
So one of you guys is going to go. I mean, obviously it doesn't do the math, but I mean, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. That's the series of the season. I mean, right now. So like you sweep them. You're not even then, everyone forgets everything because you win the division and you move on. If you win 2 of 3, then you're up 2 games. You got the Red Sox, right?
Yeah, we go
and
Cleveland and then we go Boston. Both on the road. We are done at home.
Yes. Terrible.
Which obviously it doesn't matter because we lose at home and get swept at home. So it doesn't matter anyway where the game is.
Yeah.
We can get swept on the road too, Fred.
But very interesting. The other thing about the Detroit debacle is the fact that the other teams are like the other teams around the wild card, let's say,
Yeah.
are right or like the Yankees have a better record than the Tigers right now.
By a game?
Maybe by a game. Boston, I think, is tied. Houston is a game behind the Tigers. We're talking about if they have a bad week, they may go from first place to out of the playoffs.
Yeah. We won't at this point, and correct me if I'm wrong, at this point we will not get a wild card. It's win it or bust.
Well, no, you could still get a wild card because you never know what Houston and Boston are going to do along the way. Because like even if let's say you get swept by Cleveland, but then you sweep Boston. I mean, you lose the division, but you get a wild card.
Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous. It's ridiculous that we're even in this predicament. And I didn't pull the stats, but our record before the All-Star break and then our record after the All-Star break is where after the All-Star break is where everything went downhill. It went downhill.
It's absolutely crazy. And obviously Cleveland's playing great. They ended up winning like 10 in a row before losing yesterday. I think they lost yesterday. Yeah, they lost yesterday. So they won like 10 in a row. The Tigers lost like 6 in a row. It's a terrible time to be cold.
100%.
That's the thing. Even if let's say they end up a game up anyway and win the division. I don't know. Are you that confident right now anyway?
No, zero. Zero.
So
Fred, I'm not even confident when Scooble's pitching. You saw what happened was Thursday, the day game. I think it was Thursday. He went through 6. He gives up 1 run, and then we end up losing 4.
It's funny you say that because talking to Jackson Spikes about this whole situation, and he's like, I said the scary part is when your ace loses. Then you think we can't even win games.
Yep.
Like, because you always have your ace that you're like, all right, Scooble's pitching
today. At least we're going to get 1.
Yeah. We'll turn things around right now. And then when you lose that game, you're like, oh, shit. Like, now what?
That's just a kick right in it. You know what? The other thing is, too, is like, let me ask you this, Fred. In hindsight, if you were the GM of the Tigers, and you could go back and replay this season, what would you have done differently? Or the manager at that? What would you have done differently? It's easy to say what I would do, but be realistic. What would you have done?
I don't know if I'm not saying I don't know if I would make any changes at all. I think that, to be honest, my personal opinion in this whole thing is that the Tigers outplayed themselves. The division underplayed itself, and now things are settling out. So if this happened reverse, where this was the beginning of the season, and April was the end of the season, nobody would say shit.
For sure. Now you don't think that halfway through, prior to the trade deadline, we should have added more arms as far as the relief pitching? Nothing like that? You think we could have just stayed as it is if you were in charge? That's my question.
I think that everyone can use relief pitching. And that was one of the downfalls of the Yankees this year. Like the entire season was just these ebbs and flows of terrible relief pitching. Right. And I see with the Tigers, it's happening. It just sucks again that it's happening now. With the Yankees, it happened before the deadline and right after the deadline. Like before the deadline, it was a total shit show. After the deadline, the new guys didn't perform, and it was like, well, now we got new guys and they suck too. Like, right. What's going on? And then they got into their groove. So now they're pitching well. But there's not much to do. Like, I really truly believe that, Brad, like in April, May, June, I just think they overachieved.
Right. Okay.
A little bit. I'm not taking anything away. from them.
One of the terms that I heard by a diehard Tigers fan prior to the weekend, actually it was Friday, is his comment was AJ Hinch just overmanaged. And I asked, well, what exactly do you mean by that? Because I wasn't 100% sure. And he explained it. He just outthought himself, like trying to do too much. And do you think he could be part of the problem? Or
I mean, it's always
because I can really say the talent's there, right? Can you agree with that?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, I think I've told you this too. I'm a big Boone guy. Right. But when they were really at a bad point this year, I said he's got to go. I mean, there's nothing else you can do about it. Like, he presses the wrong buttons at the wrong times. So, and what I mean is like bringing in a specific reliever when it looks like you should be bringing in somebody else. Or the problem I have with Boone, and maybe you see this with Hinch as well, is a guy goes 3 for 4 and then he sits the next day. And I'm like, I don't understand like why you do things like that. Right. Like the problem I had with the Tigers was like you had Z-Mac playing short and stuff like come on, man. You have Trey Sweeney and you have Baez. Like why is he making errors at shortstop? Like for you? Like that doesn't really make sense. Now I don't know if the other guys were hurt or whatever, but like Trey Sweeney's a shortstop. Baez is a Gold Glove shortstop as well. And you have T-Mac trying to make tough plays, but not making them. And these are losing you games and like, or helping with losing your games. I'm not going to blame one dude, but those are the things that I don't get. Like there is no reason for things like that. So like, that's an AJ Hinch thing. Now, we don't know behind the scenes. Are these guys hurting? Are they, this and that? But there is no reason. If Trey Sweeney's not playing short, there's no reason for Baez not to be playing short.
100%.
Especially at this point.
Yeah. Yeah. When it must win games. That's where we're at right now. That's where
you're 1 up and you play them Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
I just have zero confidence, man. I have zero confidence. And in fact, it's like, I sympathize for people in this city who are diehard Lions fans, diehard Tigers fans, diehard Michigan fans, diehard Piston fans. Like, am I a fan?
Town.
Stop. And I am a diehard Lions fan. I can't give any more to another team. Am I a Tigers fan? Absolutely. Do I want to see him win? Not diehard. Pistons, for sure. Huge Piston fan. But the emotion that I wrap up in the Lions, I can't do it for any. I just physically can't do it. You know how it is, and it's frustrating. So if you're out there and you are a diehard Tigers fan, do I want to see the Tigers make the playoffs? Yes. This city buzzes, man. It's so much fun around here. But if you're diehard like I am with the Lions on this team, I feel bad for you. It sucks. It sucks, man.
Yeah, especially. But here's the thing. Like, I do think that they're going to be just as good next year.
Here we go, Fred. You're starting to sound like you lived in this city for 8 years. Next year's our year.
I mean, it is your motto, but not sure what goes on with Glaber Day. Because he was signed for 1 year. He'll because he had such a great year, he could probably get a little more money than he got. So, but I don't know if that's a problem because if you still have Baez, you can move him to second. You have Trey Sweeney at short. So that there's not much going on with next year. So
you've been saying this for years, Fred. For years, for as long as I've known you, you've been saying this about the Detroit Tigers. Spend the fucking money.
Well, I mean,
spend the money. Pay the man. Bring in more.
Now, we're going to find all of this out at the end of next year when Scuba's up.
Of what they're going to do. This also brings up a good point, and I believe you made it, or if it wasn't you, it was somebody else that was equally as smart as you when it comes to baseball. Are you going to pay somebody that much money that
To
plays
play once every
one out of
5
every
days?
5 games?
I don't. Yeah, yes, someone is. It's not Detroit.
Yeah, see, that's
Yeah.
the problem. That's the problem.
I mean, and you know what? Would if they stumble this year and have a mediocre year next year, no one's going to even be talking about it.
Well, no.
Now, if they because everyone was talking about we're definitely going to keep Scooble, all this stuff. That's when you guys were 14 games up and look like the best team in baseball. Now, when you're back to reality, it's like, well, at the trade deadline next year, right?
Yeah.
Think about how many people you can get for Scooble.
Right. But again, to your point, we're already we the pieces are in place.
The pieces are in place, but now you have a young talent there. But you can probably get a couple guys that are. You could probably get like 2 starting pitchers, not Scooble, caliber, but 2 starters. You can probably get another, like you could.
Then
you
could
get
be confident in the first 2 to 3 games in the series, or at least feel a little more comfortable than we're at right now.
Yeah. I mean, you can get 6 guys for Scooble.
Right.
If 4 starters and 2 bench guys. If it comes down to it. Now, I think as a business, it seems like that's the way that Detroit goes. But it all hinges on what happens at the end of this year and the beginning of next year. If they totally shit the bed right now and then have a mediocre start to the season, first of all, we need a change anyway. And if you need a change, there's one guy on your team that can make that change. That's Scooble.
Right. I want to get into some other stuff. I know you got to be, you're 2 games out of first place. You got the lead over Boston. So things are looking okay, right?
Yeah. Starting to, I feel as if they're playing good baseball. 2 games, but Toronto owns the tiebreaker. So it's kind of 3, 6 games this week. We'll see what happens. Like we have the White Sox for 3, and then we have Baltimore again for 3. No reason to not go 5-1 or 6-0. But then again, you go 6-0. Do you think that Toronto goes 3-3? I don't know. So, and they haven't been playing great baseball, Toronto. But like this is it. I mean, another thing. Forget the Yankees. Let's talk about the Mets, man. Like, let's talk about they're out of the playoffs right now. Like, they're tied, but Cincinnati wins the tiebreaker in that scenario. Also, Arizona's like a game behind to get into that little mix there.
Right.
Mets are playing terrible. I was on the phone with Scotty the Body. So he called yesterday right before the 1 o'clocks. And I had Rap here. So he says, give me a lock. I need a lock today. And Rap says, the Mets don't make the playoffs. There's your lock. So he's, Scotty, he's like, wow, I was having a good morning. Okay. He's like, but my thing to Scotty was he called me complaining last week when they lost, I don't know, 8 in a row or whatever. And I said, wait a second, you got Soto.
I knew that was coming.
Yeah, I thought that's all you cared about. Like this was a discussion that we even had prior to the season. Like, like that they thought they won the World Series of the off season, right?
Right.
And maybe they did. I don't know. I think a lot of teams would throw their hat in the ring and contest that. But like that was the only news that they talked about was like they didn't care about anything else. But we got Soto and the Yanks didn't. Okay, now at the end of the year, are you still okay with just getting Soto and hopefully getting a wild card? Like, if they don't make the playoffs, that is the National League bust of the year, along with, if the Tigers don't do it, obviously.
Yeah. Moving on, college football. Again, another mediocre week in college football, in my opinion.
Was it? There wasn't. I thought the LSU game was going to be a little better.
Right.
The Miami game.
Miami's real good.
I thought that game was going to be a little more exciting.
Right.
They handled them. Yeah.
Nothing to
Nebraska, that's a tough win, man. I mean,
okay. Great question. So let me ask you this. So Michigan beats Nebraska, right? Not a very commanding victory, right? But does it tell you anything more about Michigan? Does it give you more hope about Michigan? I don't know. I don't know if he's still really not tested. And I will stamp this. The Oklahoma loss is looking better and better every week because they are legit, and their quarterback will win the Heisman this year.
Well, so, if you're a Michigan fan, first of all, that loss really doesn't even mean anything.
100%.
It doesn't. It doesn't mean anything in your quest to win the Big Ten. Right? Means nothing, right? So put that aside. On the other hand, it means a great deal in the rankings because you're the biggest Oklahoma fan now. You want Oklahoma to win out.
Yep.
I mean, because and Michigan has their own. Listen, the Big Ten's tough. I don't care where you go. Winning in Nebraska is tough. The numbers didn't wow you.
Right. It was a great game. It was a great game.
It was a good game, and I mean, the kid is a freshman, and he got the win. So, I think that it's a week by week thing with Michigan. Just one. I know it's cliche, but one game at a time. Don't look ahead because the Big Ten is so tough. And hopefully they run out, and the big game is the game.
Like every year. But the other thing, we don't play Penn State. I mean, our next big game, in my opinion, is USC. So it's USC, Ohio
That'll
State.
Be a big game,
right? Yeah. Those are the two big games. The rest of the games we should win. Shouldn't have it at all.
USC blew up State.
Next week's college football schedule looks really good.
Yes.
Now I will get into it. Now, Oregon Penn State's going to be an amazing game.
LSU, Ole Miss. There's a couple really good. Well, again, all the shit that we take in the comment section,
right?
I don't think they understand totally where me and you stand when we talk about the scheduling. Listen, if you live in Arkansas, of course that's a big game for you.
Right.
Watching Arkansas play. But for me and you, and I call it the common fan out here, we're top 25 guys.
Yes.
That's what that's
all I want to watch.
That's more of the point. If you tell me that, like I said, if you have 1,000 games on Saturday, I can find you at least a dozen games that came down to the wire. They may be schools you never heard of. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the top 25, the ranked teams, and those matchups there. I'm not just talking about your regular, the college where you live or you grew up watching.
And that's the only sport you have.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
No, 100%.
Totally.
Top 25 teams playing each other.
Yes.
In big atmospheres,
that's what we're talking about. I feel like I'm not Louisiana Tech against Tulane. Yeah, maybe it was a good game. I don't know. But I have no
I bet the over.
Of course. Green Wave. But I don't, of course, it went into overtime. Oh, you didn't include that game. No one included that game, but the people who live there.
Right.
You know, like, come on, man.
Yeah. All right. Before we get into, go ahead.
I was going to say, it's like you can say that about anything, really, right? You can say, "Oh, Ferris State," you know. What do you mean? No one's. Yeah, like, you know, but like, yeah, they weren't. You know, there you go.
Hold on, that was my bad. I wasn't ready.
I thought that was a Ferris State
clip. No, it's homecoming this weekend, bro. Homecoming. I don't even know who they played. They played like Rio something. I don't know.
You didn't go?
No. I do got to get back up there. I do got to get back.
Yeah, especially for the Ring of Honor ceremony for you.
That ring is not deserved, my friend. That was not deserved. But before we get into NFL, which was a crazy week 3, crazy 1:00 game. Fred and I, you talked about this off air. Like, I can't wait to talk a little bit more about it. We got Monday's Monster. Okay, that's brought to you by Comfort Plus Heating and Cooling. Let me set the stage for this one for you, Fred. Okay. So obviously this one's a little near and dear to my heart because this is my nephew, Gavin Koike. Okay. Plays for the, we are now called the Rochester Raiders.
Interesting.
Yep. Got changed. But so I went to Gavin's game last week.
What was it?
The Redskins.
It was?
We were the Rochester Redskins. You'll even see the jerseys that are very Redskins, but now we're the Raiders.
Okay.
But let me set the stage for you real quick to understand where this comes from and why I'm playing this. Now, I went to his game last weekend. He did not have a good game. Not get a good game at all. And I was like, man, that stinks. These kids put in a lot of work, right? I did not go to this game. I caught it from third hand because they were second, third-ish hand. They played at the Big House. How cool is that?
Wow.
So Gavin decides that he doesn't want to show up at Rochester High School. He's only going to show up at the Big House.
The Big House. Makes sense.
So let me set the stage for you. You can't see my cursor, but he is playing linebacker on what would be the right side here. Okay. There he is right there. The little guy. Boom. Pick.
Nice.
What do you think of that, Fred? First ever career pick. My man, Gavin Koike. I love it. The dude had a rough week the week before, put in work this week, comes up, and I could play 3 more clips of some tackles for a loss that he had, and then an interception. So this week, Gavin Koike, Monday Monster.
All right. And what year is he?
He is 11 years old.
Okay.
Yes.
So he's elementary still.
Oh yeah. He's in 6th grade this year.
Nice. That's huge.
Long time to go.
They got to play. I mean, dude,
I called him Saturday morning or Sunday morning. I said, bro, you got to pick at the Big House.
I mean, not a lot of people can say that.
Not at all. I can't.
No. And you're in the Ring of Honor at Ferris.
And I don't play defense. Only up. All right, let's get into it. Football, NFL, crazy. Fred, your Pittsburgh Steelers get their first win in Gillette Stadium in 17 years. Did you realize that?
Yeah, ugly.
Ugly win. But it's a win.
Ugly.
It's a win.
Yes. It is a win, but I'm losing my confidence already.
You are coming on our podcast on a Monday morning after a win saying you're losing confidence. Is it because your defense is not Pittsburgh Steelers defense?
So, yeah, and I said that yesterday to Rap, who watched the first half with me.
If I'm not mistaken, I believe they had 3 turnovers, Fred.
5.
3
4.
Key.
What's that?
3 key.
Yeah.
3 key ones.
Now, listen, turnovers are amazing, right? But you can't just bet on your defense to let them drive all the way down the field and then you get a turnover in the red zone or in the end zone. You know, like that's not like good every turnover is good, but I mean, you're talking about 2 in the end zone. Like they're going in.
Right.
So yes, it was amazing, big plays, right? To end the half, the one pick in the end zone, and then the fumble as they're going into the end zone. But I mean, dude, it's just those are fortunate plays. It doesn't take away the fact that they just ran up and down the field on us.
Right. And it's not a very good offense.
I said that to wrap while we watched the first half. I said I never really thought that I would worry so much about our defense.
And you have TJ Watt. The other thing is you guys were contemplating getting rid of him.
I know.
Which he had a nice.
I do think that there is a bunch of new guys, so there's a lot of mix going on. I think they will probably straighten things out here and there. I'll tell
you what. There's no coach I have more confidence in than him to get it turned around. That's for sure.
Yeah, and now the offense. I mean, like you said, listen, it was a win, fantastic. But I'm not basing this on this game alone. I'm basing it on the Jets game, the Seahawks game, and this game. When I see not much has changed in 3 weeks, right? Because if those turnovers don't happen when they're going in, I mean,
yeah, you're down 14 points.
They're putting up 30 points,
right?
Right. So
who do you have next week?
We're in Ireland.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I forgot about that. And,
and then it'll be all right.
Is it going to be Sunday morning?
It's Sunday morning at 9:30 Eastern.
You're contending with the Ryder Cup. Interesting. Which we're going to talk about that as well. Obviously tonight we play Baltimore. It's going to be a long day. Waiting till 8:00. Yeah. Long weekend. I had a buddy stop by and watch the amazing Cleveland Browns on Saturday. Everybody in Cleveland, we love you here in Detroit. We appreciate you. We'll talk about that a little bit, but he stopped by and he said the same thing. Mondays, it's so long away. Yeah. And so he leaves and Sarah says, I thought Monday was the game to play. I was like, it was if you're not 46. Yeah. Yeah. He goes, my buddy said, it screws up my whole week.
Yeah.
But I'm excited.
It definitely fucks up your sleeping pattern.
It definitely does.
As an elder.
Yeah, exactly. Now, I'm excited. I think that we can hang with this team. Defensively, they're banged up on the defensive line, which is huge for us because in order for us to win. Now, Brad Holmes, if you're listening to the podcast like you do every Monday, I do understand that we have to establish the run. We just don't have to run all the time. Just saying that. Establish the run and run all the time are two different things, but that's going to help. That defensive line being beat up and their defense is not very good. But again, I've said this a couple weeks ago. We get turnovers on defense. We have to score. We don't kick field goals. Lamar Jackson is going to have a day against this defense. I promise you that. It's just we have to just score more. And if we can get 1 or 2 turnovers, we can win this game.
Yes, I totally agree. I definitely think that the Lions can win the game. Of course, it wouldn't shock me at all. I think it's going to be a shootout. I mean, and I'm hoping it is.
That's exactly what I'm saying. I hope it is too. I love a shootout. I'm an offensive guy, Fred. You know that.
Yeah. Yes. So, I mean, if I'm going to play the game tonight, I'm going all stats tonight. I'm going over 225 passing on Goff, over 225 passing on Lamar, 2 touchdown passes for both quarterbacks, maybe Amara touchdown, a Gibbs touchdown, Henry touchdown, D-Hop touchdown, and the over. I'm just
load it up.
Yeah.
Load it up.
That's my play. for tonight.
But we win this game tonight, they're going to be talking about us again. I think this is it could be a huge win for us, and then we go in and we play Cleveland. I believe that game is at home. I don't know. I don't like Coach tells us. I don't look 2 weeks ahead. Fred.
Don't even look. Yeah,
it's only about this week.
You have a job tonight,
right? Absolutely, one job, and then we, Cleveland again. We love you. We love everything about you. Cleveland. Ohio's my favorite state. Thank you, Cleveland. Thank you, Joe Flacco. Right? There's nothing better, Fred. There's nothing better than see the Packers lose, especially to a Cleveland team.
Yeah, I mean,
awesome. The Jordan Love interception was embarrassing. Like, are you kidding me? Like, where was this idiot when we played them?
Yeah. I mean, listen, tough place to play, Cleveland.
Tough place to play in the dog pound. It's not easy.
It's not easy, man. These are big time venues. So it'll be
that's the best team in the NFC, Fred. That's what everybody was saying for the last 3 weeks. Best team in the NFC. Myles Garrett said something differently. He said that's not the case. Not the case.
Well, yeah.
Speaking of best teams, what about Danny Dimes?
Dude, Indiana Jones. Danny Dimes.
3-0, man. 3-0.
I
would have thought.
Me, I would have thought.
True statement. He said that when he was in New York. He was just in a shit franchise.
Terrible system. Now you cut the guy loose, and he's Indiana Jones, and he's just taking control. Dude's got swag now.
Yeah.
Like he's not a nerd anymore. No. Like,
he's got a little pep in his step.
Yes, he's back. So, I mean, he makes everyone around him better.
Very cliche statement again, Fred. You're on hitting all the cliches, but that is so true.
I know. True. I mean, because like Jonathan Taylor kind of like disappeared a little bit.
100%.
Now all of a sudden he's back. Like, which
they have to, with
which is huge.
With Danny Dimes being able to put the ball where he needs to, it opens up the run game. It's simple. It's a simple game, Fred.
It will be interesting to see where this goes. Obviously shitty division,
right? Easily win it.
That's fantastic for them, but let's see where this goes. I mean, there was there's a bunch of I'm not sure if they have like a national TV game.
Probably not.
I would say probably not. But
Dimes keeps throwing like this. He's going to be playing at 8:00 on Monday, and hopefully we're back to 1.
Yeah, I mean they'll flex them at the end of the year. But I'm going to look at the schedule when we get off.
You going to make a call and see if you can flex?
No, I just mean up until the point. I wonder if they have any. They may have a Thursday game.
Thursday games are
but it still puts Danny Dimes back on the national stage.
Fair enough. Speaking of swagger, Fred, I hate to openly admit this in a public forum, especially being an NFC team, but I think I'm kind of starting to become a Baker fan.
Dude,
the guy is a stud, dude.
Dude, that's what he does, though. Like, he's a ball. Like, he just plays ball. Like,
right.
I mean, he does not fuck around. And that was another close game.
Did you see my main man AG running down the sidelines like he just won the Super Bowl? Bro, you're still 0-3, guy. Should have stayed in Detroit and locked up that defense. 0-3, AG.
Yeah, I mean, tough loss for Gangrene, but
right.
But in Jet fashion, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, dude, it's like there's nothing shocking about them losing that game at the end of the game. Like there's
they find it is amazing that like they have that stigma with them, no matter whoever their coach is, they just find a way to lose.
Yeah. Yes. So it's now
and they had a backup quarterback too.
Tyrod Taylor was in this week. So that was interesting. Jake Browning got destroyed. Carson Wentz is back.
Oh my gosh, what was the marketing like tagline that the NFL used yesterday? I forget what it was, but something about Wentz, but it was pretty funny because they showed all the teams he played for, and good for him, man. That's awesome. And in fact, I will go ahead and say it first. If I'm a Minnesota Vikings fan, I would rather have Carson Wentz than JJ McCarthy all day long. And here is why I'm probably just going to get smothered on the comments is because he came from Michigan. But I said this when he played for U of M. He was a game manager. He was a decent quarterback. He had a stud of a running back. He never threw the ball.
No.
And then I don't think he's going to be a good NFL quarterback. And I don't understand why Minnesota's putting all their eggs in this basket. But I'll tell you what, the way Carson looked and going forward, I think that I would rather have him as the quarterback. Do you see this possibly being a switch in Minnesota?
I don't see it being a switch. I think that they're all in with JJ as long as he's healthy.
Until week 8 when Justin Jefferson wants to beat his ass in the locker room because he has 2 catches for 33 yards and 0 touchdowns.
Yeah, and we'll get to that point. I don't think that JJ is going to be a good starter in the NFL. I said it when they drafted them. I don't understand it all. Good game manager, does have a ring. I don't see him just being a 10-year starter. I don't see it. So to get rid of Sam Darnold, which told everybody that it was JJ's team. That's why even if Wentz wins a couple games, I guess once JJ's healthy, you got to get back. If they don't go back, then that tells you what they think as well.
100%. Dallas loses to a terrible Chicago team.
That was crazy.
Chicago look great.
Oh my God.
Even though Caleb still had big numbers.
4 touchdown passes.
Okay, here's the thing. And you know this. I talk about this all the time. One of my favorite podcasters that I watch, that follow him all 3, pardon my take, Big Cat. He's my favorite. He is awesome. He is my idol when it comes to podcasting sports. He's a big Bears fan.
Yes.
He tweets out, and I tweeted him back. I was hoping that he was going to tweet me. I don't know if you saw it, but he's like, that was the greatest play ever. And I just retweeted and I said, it's a flea flicker. We've been doing that play for 100 years. Ben didn't just think of it. And like this, you know what we're going to do? We're going to pitch the ball back and then we're going to throw. Bro, we've been doing it forever. But I'm sorry, Fred. Your wife is blowing up our text message group right now. What was I going to say? I'm sorry. Thanks, Mary. Oh, by the way, happy belated birthday, Mary. It's not Ben Johnson. Come on. And Dallas is terrible. And I think they're tanking on purpose. Like they have to be let Caleb look like that.
It's interesting to see. I thought they looked good week 1 with that Eagles game. And then with the Giant game, that kind of like was a total shootout. But yesterday, they got trashed. And I told you this earlier, already Pickens is slamming his helmet down.
You called that. He was so mad.
Dude,
Lamb was grabbing his back of his shirt.
Yeah. Listen, I think he is one of the best. And
Pittsburgh.
His attitude, if you watch him, like I watched every single game he played. So like when you just watch his attitude and stuff like that, it's just like I already see it, and it's week 3. Like it took in Pittsburgh, it took after 1 full season because he was the number 2 kind of.
Mm-hmm. He was just getting in.
Yes, he was the guy who came in and everybody was like, "Holy shit, he's a freak of nature!" Like, And then the next year it started, and but this is week 3, and he's already slamming his helmet down. Like, if they don't play well, he's going to want out of there too. Like,
typical receiver shit.
It's crazy.
I heard that the reason that the Eagles won is because God's an Eagles fan. Do you think that's true? That God's an Eagles fan? Like, did you what? Come on.
I mean,
setting off the game's over, and then whoever bet the Rams +3.
Yeah,
that's terrible.
Yeah, because he didn't have to run it in.
There's no need for him to run that in.
Yeah,
you heard him on the game.
But to his defense, it's like, how many more chances will you get to do that in your career?
I would do it in a heartbeat. He's
the
biggest guy to ever run over 50 yards a touchdown or something crazy.
Dude, they clocked him at going like 18 miles an hour.
Good for him, that big
fella. Yeah.
But
another crazy ending. I mean, there was a couple crazy endings. Even that at 4:00, that Bronco game.
There you go. Looking good.
Yeah, last night was terrible.
Yeah. What are you talking about? Chiefs are back.
I mean, are they? It was just a terrible game.
I didn't even watch the second half of the game, to be honest with you, Fred. I was done with it. I didn't watch it.
I think it was, what was it, 6-3 at half, or 6-6 or 9-6. 9-6 at half, I think. Yeah.
I was done. I'll tell you what I did the second half after we talk about the next thing real quick. But we're on to week. Well, let's finish up this week with the Lions and go from there. But I'm excited. I know you know this, but it's Ryder Cup week, buddy. It's Ryder Cup week in New York. Bethpage Black. Shit's already start talking. Rory and DeChambeau are going at it. They're going back and forth. I'm looking forward to the Scotty Rahm matchup. They start at 7 a.m. on Friday morning. I play in a member.
Yeah. The whole Ryder Cup starts Friday morning?
Friday morning, 7 a.m. Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Okay. I thought it was a little longer. That's why.
You know what? It's funny you say that. I thought it started on Thursday when I looked it up last week. And no, it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Super excited. I'll be perfectly transparent in telling you that I truly feel that the Europeans have a better team. I think they have a little more momentum going. The only thing that we can pray for is New York fans, USA fans showing up, and I think that place is going to be insane. I think the antics around the Ryder Cup are the best thing that make the Ryder Cup.
Yeah, I mean, they're already going crazy up there. In this week here, I watched a whole bunch of things on the setup and all that stuff, and how they're all getting ready for it, and in the area.
For sure.
But it'll be interesting to see. I'm not always glued into the Ryder Cup until Sunday. To be honest.
Absolutely.
And so we'll see what happens on Sunday, considering that it's there's going to be some football on too.
Right. It's going to be a good weekend of football. I actually play in a member guest Friday, Saturday at Indianwood.
Okay.
Hoping to bring home some hardware. Flight 3 this time.
Is that better, or
there's less flights?
What's that?
Less flights.
What is less flights?
Meaning that when they flight the tournament out. So in the big one I played at the beginning of the year, there was like 15 flights. This one I think was 5 or 6. So I'm in flight 2.
If is flight 1 the best golfers?
Yeah. Combined, because you have a partner, and then you combine the handicap, and then it goes off there. But yeah, flight 1 and 2. Yeah, 1 is just like they're usually on a different planet than us 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 through 35 flight. So I got a ton of golf, ton of football, college football is going to be exciting. But before we wrap up, I just wanted to share something with you. I don't know if you watched it yet. Why I did not watch the second half of the Chiefs game is I was watching the new show with Jude Law and Jason Bateman called Black Rabbit on Netflix. You probably haven't watched it yet because I know how you're operating.
I have not.
Football.
We are very excited to watch that show.
Yeah, it's very good. I'm not going to give you any spoilers. Jude Law and Jason Bateman are brothers who own a restaurant where you are literally on the edge of your seat. I love watching these shows with Sarah. They owe so much money. Like she gets anxiety, like she owes the bread. So it's entertaining to watch. Like you don't have to pay them, Sarah.
He's cracking her 401k.
Yeah, the blanket goes up. One of these. But I fell asleep because I was dead ass tired, but I did not finish the very last episode. So I have the last episode to go. I will not watch it tonight. I purposely put my day so that I work almost all the way up until the Lions game. I don't need downtime.
Yeah,
that's
the other thing too with these late games. Is you have to try to figure something to do because anytime when the Steelers play a Monday night game, I do not put on Sports ESPN at 7.
No,
and watch that hour and a half of fucking trash. It's like, dude, it's good that there's only 3 baseball games on the slate tonight, so you can't even put a game on at 7. That'll run you right into 8:20, 3 innings, and then switch it over. But
Tigers don't even play tonight, so I purposely made my schedule so by the time I get home tonight, I probably about a half hour, maybe enough to go on a walk with Frank, and then boom.
Then you got to strap in. It's like, dude, lock in. No, I'm excited. I'm excited for a good game though. Regardless, for me, I just feel like a shootout is just. I just hope it's a shootout. I just hope it is.
I do too. I do too. In our favor.
Yes.
All right, Fred.
Before you cut it, what did you think of the finale of The Summer I Turned Pretty?
So, I didn't like it. I didn't like the way it ended. I was from the start. I told you that I was Team Jeremiah, where you were Team Conrad.
You are not still Team Jer.
Yes, I am Team Jer, and I just want Jeremiah to be happy.
I mean, I think we want everyone to be happy. Did he?
Belly. He did.
Stomach. Did he though?
He did. So, what'd you think of the ending?
I mean,
I like the favor that you wanted to.
I enjoyed it. I knew that she would finally come to her senses, and just Connie going out there is just typical gentleman, showing up at the doorstep in Paris. I'm super excited about the movie.
I didn't. There's a movie that's going to follow.
There's going to be a movie to tie everything together. That any loose ends.
Okay, I'm excited.
I'm happy for Jer that he found Denise and he found some kind of passion in his life, cooking. That's great for him.
Right.
Tay and Steven couldn't be more happy for them.
Who doesn't love Steven?
Looking to see where their story leads them.
Right.
And Connie and Belly and the other one, my other I'm a big Team Conrad guy, and you know that. Also, though, I'm a big Team Laurel guy. Now, Laurel deserves happiness. She deserves to find love again. Maybe it's with John. There's nothing wrong with going back with your ex-husband. If that makes you happy. So I'm a big. I moved on, right?
Okay.
Team Conrad won, right? You know,
Maybe it changes in the movie.
maybe it does, but as of now, Team
I think
Conrad is the winner.
It's on top.
So now I'm Team Laurel.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. I'm definitely excited because I did not know about the movie. I will let Sarah know because I think she's going to be excited as well. And that's the end for this Monday. Go Lions. Take care, y'all.